Today we are going to go through how to complete the 2017 Halogne e-appraisal self-appraisal. So first of all, I want to make sure everybody knows how to get onto Halogne. You see we are currently on the first page of our SharePoint area, and so make sure you're on the Connect Freely page, and you scroll down to the section that says Links. You have to scroll down almost to the bottom before you find the Halogne e-appraisal login. So this is where this is going to be in SharePoint and what you can access through the libraries network. I did send a direct link to Halogne login when the process first began. However, I know everybody gets so many emails, and if you didn't flag that one or if you don't know where it is, please let me know and I will be more than happy to send you another direct link. So either way, but this is how you can get on through SharePoint. So we're going to click that, and this is what the login screen should look like. I'm going to go ahead and log in as myself, and if you forgot your password, please let us know. You can call the personnel office at extension 3435. You can email us at personnel@richlandlibrary.com. You can also directly email me at mgriffin@richlandlibrary.com or call my extension at 3895. We can reset your password whenever you need us to, and that will help you get back into your Halogne if you have forgotten. And don't worry if you have, it is very common, and we are all set to help you with that. So here you see the Halogne front page, and what we're going to concentrate on is the tasks area. So you should have these boxes up here, not these specific ones, but you should have at least 2 boxes up here, and one of them should say write your self-appraisal. Now mine says 2 weeks overdue and is red because I am going to take you all through a specific process that I set up for this video, so nobody's information will get shown. But this is what it's going to look like for your live appraisal as well. So if you do happen to go over deadline, your task square will say 2 weeks overdue, and it will be this red color. So all you have to do is click on Write Your Self-Appraisal, and the form will come up for you. And we are going to go through this form fairly quickly. It's self-explanatory in some areas. If you have any specific questions that I don't cover, please let me know, and I will be happy to go through that with you. So first, you have your top part. You've got your name, your supervisor, all of this. Everything except the date automatically populates. So you're going to have to put a date in there. It doesn't really matter what date you do put in there, just put one in while you are working on your form. So we've got the instructions down here. So we've got our ratings up here. We go from a 5 to a 1, and you can see what those mean over here. This is a test form. Again, this is using a form that does not have anybody's information in it, so the wording will be slightly different in your live form. Please just concentrate on the numbers and on this area. Please don't worry about what's in the parentheses. We are constantly tweaking information on here. So if you need any further explanation about the rating, it is going to be a little bit subjective in the end because you are rating yourself, but just know that 3, which is effective, that means you are doing your job completely. Anything above that, you are going above and beyond, and anything below a 3 means you need to improve somewhere. So the form does have a final score, but it is not a straight average of the 3 sections. So if you see your final score at the very bottom of the page and it looks funny, please remember that the sections are weighted differently. If it still looks odd to you, please let me know and I'll be happy to go over the math and make sure it's okay. So this section is our basic requirements section, and these are things that all library employees have as sort of their baseline duties. Everybody needs to consistently display the 5 engagement standards, practice safety on the job, think about services from the customer's perspective, etc. So you're just going to click a yes or no radio button for each of these. And if you happen to click no on any of these, you do need to address them in sections 2, 3, or 4. And those are the sections that have areas for you to write things into. So this is the current development goals and results section. And these dates, again, test form. So your dates are going to be 9/1/2016 to 8/31/2017. So anything that you've worked on within the past year, this is what you are going to rate yourself on this year. So I want to emphasize something. The current development goals, those are the personal projects you have been working on during the year. So say for instance, you are a shelver and you have been told that you need to shelve X number of carts per day or X number per month or week or whatever. That is an example of a current development goal. It's got a concrete goal that you're working towards, and there's a date that is a deadline for you to complete that. So you are going to fill out this area with the goal, and then over here you're going to fill it out with the results of how you worked on that goal. So once you've filled that out, you will go down here to the rating, and you will click on this, and you will click on a rating, and that will populate the score up here for you. So the weight percentage is if you have more than one goal. You see down here you can add another. You are required to have a minimum of 1 here, but you can have up to 5. That is to encompass all of the many varieties of jobs that we have. Some people have 1 goal because they're here 15 hours a week. Some people have 5 because they are in a full-time position of major authority. So whatever your goal number is, that is fine. And then we've got the weight up here. So if you have more than 1 goal and you have been working on one of them for about 3/4 of the time, you would put 75%, and then the other one you would put 25%. So for that, you would use the weighting box. You also, if you want to leave the weighting box at 0, that will even out all of the goals you have on here. So for instance, if you have 3 goals and you worked on them all equally, you can leave the weights at 0% and they will all be rated equally. If that doesn't make sense, please let me know and I'll be happy to explain it a little bit further. So again, the development goals, those are the personal projects you have been working on throughout the appraisal year of September 1st, 2016 to August 31st, 2017. So we scroll down here and it says work plan and results. So the work plan, that will be sections of your job description. That is your specific day-to-day duties that you are charged with completing on a regular basis. That if you don't have a copy of your job description, please let me know. Your work plan will come directly from your job description. And again, you can have 1 to 5 sections on here. So it's up to you how you would like to parcel out the sections of your job description for you to write about and then detail how you completed those and then rate yourself on there. And so the rating mechanics and the writing mechanics, those are going to be the exact same as they were in the other section. So you just use that. and then you click on your rating scale and it populates up here. So again, if the weighting section part is not clear, please let me know and I'll be happy to help you out with that. It's a little bit confusing, and if you need me to walk you through that, that is perfectly fine. I'm more than happy to. So down here we have the performance factors section, and these are sections that all employees from the library judge themselves on and write comments on the same set of factors. So we've got customer experience, and we have teamwork, collaboration, we have proficiency and initiative, learning engagement and development, and also leadership as applicable. And if you are not within a managerial position, in the live form there will be a lot more bullet points to help you understand what that means for you. So just look to the live form for a more thorough explanation of that. And so once you've read the bullet points for something, you will come over here to choose the radio button for your rating, and then again the score will populate up here, and then you are required to write comments anytime you choose something other than effective. You need to write comments on anything that you choose. And just a quick note, for any of these sections in this form, you don't need to write a super long comment for everything. You don't need to detail every single thing that's happened to you over the past year or that you've done. However, you do need to justify whatever you write yourself. And again, that's going to be a little subjective, so please use your own discretion about that, but realize that you do not need to take more than 1 to 3 hours to complete this full form. And if you have any questions about that, please let me know. But down here we've got our final overall rating section. We have we have sections show their specific score, and then you've got your very final rating. And one thing to note here is if you see a score in any of these sections that looks very low, especially in your final rating, go back up and make sure you've given yourself a rating for each of the parts of each of these sections. That is usually why the score would be something like not even a 1, not even breaking 1. So just check and make sure, and if you can't find where you have left something off, just let me know and I can look over it for you as well. Sometimes all you need is a fresh set of eyes. And so the development goal and action plan for the upcoming year is right here. All you need to do is put something in here. We understand if this is something that has not been fully developed or possibly not started yet, we do get that. But this is something to sort of anchor yourself for next year, and then you can go back and revise it as needed. There is also an additional employee self-appraisal input. This is just for anything that you need to put in here that you have not put in up above. So I want to point out a couple things. The Save Early and Often button, please use that. My rule of thumb is after every major paragraph I write, I click Save Early and Often because that's a lot of writing that I don't want to use. Up here you can find your print button if you would like to print. Make sure the print goes through a preview because sometimes the formatting is wonky if you print directly from Halogne. You've also got spelling and language check up here. Once you hit complete and submit, which you should only do that when you're 100% sure, you will be forced to go through spelling and language check, so you do not have to do that after every section unless you want to. So that wraps up how to write the self-appraisal. There will be another short video about what you will need to do for the general process, but writing the appraisal is going to be your main task. So if you have any questions, please call me or email me and I'll be happy to help.